Hold on, let me just stand up just to see.
What the fuck, kid?
So you said like you still think like 6'2"?
Did you stand up for us again? I didn't. I'm sorry. My eyes were closed.
A wonderful, awful idea.
All right, hold up. So what y'all think? 6'2" still?
Are we talking about your dick size or like?
I tell you lies and it's just so toxic. You lie, I lie too. Girl, I don't love you. You know it's right when I say it's just you. But don't be mad, boo. I once believed too.
First, let me make this clear. It's DNS Soldier.
And this is Robby Too Fast, and thank you for tuning in to the Two Sides of the Heart podcast today.
Mm-hmm.
We got a special guest, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. This been cool as shit for real. I only known him for about 35 minutes. He is from Baltimore, Maryland. Currently, he is an engineer and general manager of a team of over 200 women.
Good.
He got his high school diploma, and currently he's a senior at Old Dominion University. He's the youngest of all of his siblings. He's a part of an organization called the Black Flag. We gotta know what that is.
Hell yeah.
I'm intrigued.
That sounds interesting.
He is single. I heard that. He's single. You know what I mean? He has a couple accolades that he couldn't type out, but we're going to discuss that, though. And he has over 100,000 followers across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And he has a couple of accomplishments that he's going to share some more information about. Please welcome ReallyMarcus. What's good, bro?
Appreciate you guys for having me on.
Man, I appreciate you for reaching out, bro. For real life.
Appreciate it.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Right now. A lot of stuff going on this summer, but working my way through it.
Mm-hmm. What's been going on?
A lot of work. I'm just trying to really navigate through how I'm going to do this YouTube stuff for real. Because I'm trying to not only just stay where I'm at, but keep evolving and doing more.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could also get, you know what I'm saying? It could get like at a stalemate in a sort of sense, where it's like your fans or like the people that support you are looking for what's next. So it's like I'm trying to coordinate through that and also like just expand and do more for sure.
The first question I really want to know is like, who is ReallyMarcus?
Who is ReallyMarcus? That's a good question. If I had to sum it up all into one, I'm really just a big kid, if I'm being honest. Just a big kid, but because I do play a lot, but I realized for me personally, in all seriousness, I didn't take life seriously until I started treating it like a game. Because of just being true to who I am. Because grew up playing games, take games seriously, do all that type of stuff, but it's kind of like I attack life because I just want to win in that sort of sense, where it's just like I just want to win. So I'm doing whatever it takes. But yeah, that could come with a lot of negatives or positives. But that's how I just view life, and that's how I continue to grow because I'm just being me. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, if I try to like step outside the lines and not like I'm not getting anywhere, and it's just not me.
Okay. So you keep that same type of thought process through everything you do, whether it's YouTube or work or just your family or anything? Like you kind of have that same mindset throughout?
Yeah. In a sort of sense where it's like, there's levels to this where it's like, okay, I'm at an entry level job. I work my way up to it, figure a way out. It's not like I'm going to stay in one spot. So it's like, same thing with YouTube. It's like, okay, I'm in here, but I'm not the best. We all know who the best is. So it's like, I got to keep working my way up. And that's what makes the whole process of everything fun for me because I'm at the bottom. So it's like, I got to keep working and working and working, making my way to the top. So it's more like yeah.
How do you keep that same mindset even when, some days you just don't feel like it? Some days you don't feel like it. Do you have somebody that holds you accountable, or how do you hold yourself accountable?
I'm in a unique situation where I would say everybody around me is older than me. Mm-hmm. So it's like, in a sort of sense, I'm kind of like the baby, but it's like we all hold each other accountable. That's one thing I'm blessed with. I would say all my friends, we all hold each other accountable, and we have, well, to my knowledge, I don't have any haters. Mm-hmm. So it's like we all try to help each other, and I kind of just like fixated my mindset, especially January 1st of this year.
Yeah.
It was at a point where it's like, no matter what, I'm going to do it. Just like when I was talking about posting every single day.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that would take sacrifices like throughout life, or like just day-to-day basis. There's certain things I just had to cut out just so I can upload every day, record every day, but like even cutting off certain people just so I can get done what I need to get done.
That's big. You ever had to cut off like a family member or a best friend?
Nah, like I said, I don't think I have any haters internally like that. Yeah. So nah, it's a big supporting cast, even though I didn't really tell anybody until it got to a point where I popped up. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I didn't really have to cut anybody off, but I had to push somebody to the side. Mm-hmm. And that kind of ruined. Matter of fact, we could just uncover it. I got out of a relationship. Yeah. And that's kind of like one of the main reasons why. It's because I started turning up more with the content and trying to get stuff figured out in my life. And I was kind of like pushing her to the side a little bit. So that was like one of the main reasons why that had to go to the side, because it was kind of like a choice, because we kind of did go through a rough patch. So it was like, now that I'm in this position right now, it's either deal with her and all this that's going on, or just, push that to the side, focus on yourself, and what I'm saying, do what you need to do. So that's probably the only thing I would say I not necessarily cut off, but like push to the side.
Mm-hmm. Was it hard or was it easy?
Hard.
Did it hurt?
Of course it hurt. It was hard in a sense where it's like, I really cared. After the situation we went through, I really cared. I still really cared about her, but it's like my body just wouldn't let me give any more effort that it should. So it's like I put all that attention to me pretty much. And it sucks because, things will never be the same, but it was kind of my fault to begin with. But
hold on. What you mean?
Well, what do you mean?
Like, what do you mean it was your fault?
I wouldn't say I cheated. Because in a way, she didn't take it as cheating, but she was hurt by what I did. But the problem was her response to what I did, which turned me off. So then it was like, okay, so after you did that, it's like, I don't know if I can get back into it. Because it was, even though it was a long relationship, but that was like the effort that she wished to try to drag on me and like cross the line. It was like, I don't know if I can dive in that anymore, even though I still had feelings, because that was the longest relationship I've ever been in. So I still had lingering feelings, and the relationship grew toxic, but it would always be where I would just be coming back. All right, we're in a bad spot. Now she's coming back. It's like just a whole toxic situation.
Before we get to the next question, I want to ask, like, being a manager of over 200 women, what's that like? How did you get into that?
This is one of the greatest plans I ever came up with. And it started with the Monkey app, but it turned into real life. Yeah. Where it's like, it started out as a joke, but then it's real profit into it. Mm-hmm. Like, I have an example. If you go on my page, I said it. I asked the girl, do you want to join the team? Mm-hmm. And I don't know, the video is it's at like 800,000 views. And she was just getting started out with Twitter. Mm-hmm. She said she doing this Twitter stuff. Yeah. On her page, it's like she had under 200 followers. And even in the pin comment, I pinned it. The dude was like, once I posted that video, it was like, wow, Marcus, she was under 200. Now she's at 500 followers. Yeah. Within a week, she was at 10K on Twitter. Oh, and then right now, she's at 17K. That's why I said, if you join the team, just like the slogan, all you got to do is whatever you're good at, and you get whatever you want from me. Because it's a mutual benefit. Right. She probably got so much money off of doing OnlyFans or Twitter stuff, and I got a percentage. As simple as that.
Hold on now.
And there's a whole bunch of people. See, there's a whole bunch. This is not just OnlyFans people. There's artists, rappers, but they're all different type of contracts. Mm-hmm. And I actually flew out to some people this summer.
That's tough.
Just to have a conversation.
So how did that conversation go?
How does that conversation go? Yeah. We go out to dinner, or I invite them out to dinner. Once I go there, hand them the folder with all the papers, read it over. But then if they like it, there's, like I say in the videos, there's a 10-day contract, 1 year, 1 month. Like there's a whole bunch of like, you know what I'm saying? So, well, some of them decline, but some of them, yeah, they're really serious about it.
So what made you like get in? Like, how did you come up with that? How did you come up with the contract? How did you come up with like, this is what I want to do? What makes them, like, I'm asking a bunch of questions, but like, what makes them, so let's start with, how did you come up with this?
Like I said before, life is like a game to me. So this came out of nowhere. I have no particular reason of doing this, but I know very few people are doing it. Mm-hmm. Even so, I got recruited to be an OnlyFans manager. Mm-hmm. But I was like, nah, it's not really what I'm doing. It's kind of like, that's sort of like just OnlyFans. It's more than that stuff I do. So it's also like, not just people on Twitter and stuff like that. There's people, like I said, singers. Somebody, the other day I just posted a video. She does massages and stuff like that. I cannot wait to meet her. It's simple as that. But it's like, yeah, we just do a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if I can dive into the OnlyFans manager stuff. I don't even really know how much that works. So kind of in my own lane with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's tough though. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
that's tough as shit.
It is. So I don't know how much you can disclose, but like, how did you come up with the contract, and how long did it take you to kind of formulate that?
How did I come up with the contract?
Yeah.
I typed it up myself, like just off the dome, like a little bit of ChatGPT, but mainly off the dome. Just here's the guidelines. Here's what's in the contract. If you go against the contract, this will happen. Here are your, like, what you get, what I get, percentages, all that type of stuff are in the contract. But yeah, other than that, the contract it's not long. It's about like 3 pages. So easy for them to read. And I wouldn't even say I bribe them over food, but the conversation goes well when we do it over dinner.
Yeah. You're more inclined to listen.
Now, because there's so many people, most of it is online through like a Zoom call or like a meeting like that. But yeah, I'm only the general manager. I'm not the owner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. So then what is the black flag?
This is like an organization my brother started. Me and him, that's kind of like it kind of ties into the team because that's kind of like my whole thing with the black flag. It's all over my page, or not all over, but like my little emblem. But it's a group me and my brother started. Well, mainly him, but this group, in a way, it's kind of hard to explain. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like a rebellious type of group, but the things we've done, I'll even just say on my end, the things I've done on my end, because it's all going to get revealed soon. It's just like we go against all the BS the world is trying to feed into us and the younger generation, everything. We just go against that. And it's kind of like we're trying to build a network almost.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of at the beginning. I'm obviously doing my part. He's doing his part. He's kind of the whole mastermind. He's in Atlanta, by the way.
Okay.
So we're not really together, but yeah, we have a lot of game planning and expanding to do. So it's kind of like just the beginning of the organization, really.
Yeah. So you said networking, just kind of like with just trying to help people grow, basically.
What do you mean for the team?
Yeah, or for the Black Flag, like kind of like, you know, like what's the purpose of like the networking?
I would say networking. Well, one, I would say is kind of like on a sense of like a regular group. Like you would put it in a group of like a content creator group, like kind of like AMP. Like it will be on the lines of that, but it's not just content we're doing.
Right.
There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff we're trying to do. And kind of really, it's not like a set thing we do, really. Like, obviously, most of our stuff will be portrayed through content, but it's like we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff for our own personal uses behind the scenes. And not to like even, I know it kind of seems like I'm all over the place, but obviously a lot of money is behind it, or like the want of money is behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just say it's a starting up organization where we want to promote. We're going to be promoting what people really want to hear about certain things and certain topics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And not just through us just talking. So there's going to be a lot of action for what we do.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm intrigued. You know, can't wait for that action. That's what's going on.
No.
Yep. We got to get together, me and my brother, because we're far away now. He's living in Atlanta, so we got to like actually be in person and a little bit more. But I'll make my way down there soon.
Yeah. So, how does it feel being a senior in college?
I'm finally, on the sense of being a senior, I'm just glad to get it all over with. But man, that school, ODU, there's something about that school. It's just, I don't even know, because we're in the middle of two HBCUs, like NSU and Hamlin up top. But the people at that school is just something else. Because especially going out there freshman year, it's all that stuff is new to me too. And yeah, but on the sense of being a senior, I'm just ready to get out, because really I'm a super senior. So I didn't graduate. I was supposed to graduate this, what's it called? But I got more credits. So
Okay.
but yeah, I'm just ready for this all to be over.
Was it like a culture shock going from Baltimore to down there?
Yeah, on a culture shock, on a sense of, no offense, but that city is not. It's not tough at all on so many levels. This, because the way the school is downtown.
Yeah.
So it's like my picture of downtown life, like Baltimore downtown life, and then Norfolk downtown life is totally different. It's kind of like quiet, and it's kind of like not much really going on for real. And on the food aspect, the Norfolk food is so bad. On the simple fact, there's no low key spots. There's just a bunch of like high name brand stuff where it's like pricey. There's nowhere where you could get a 4-piece chicken box, salt and pepper fries with ketchup, and a half and half. There's nowhere you can get that. And not that I seen. It ain't nowhere. There's no like, I don't even know where you could get pasta from. I don't even know, like, this is not a lot of really good food around there too.
Yeah.
But the people, I would say the people down there. Now I will say the people down there are funny. People down there are funny. They're into that whole like, you know how like people in Baltimore speak is different. It's kind of different from where people speak in like what they classify the DMV. It's kind of like so they talk like that, but when you go down there and you tell them you're from Baltimore, it's kind of like what you'll get now. Like y'all probably know how it is. You tell them you're from Baltimore, you live in Baltimore, they say you too. Like they make you say all that type of stuff. But I'm not gonna lie though. First stepping on the campus, or even in general, anytime I go back, because there's a whole bunch of new people that year to year, you tell them you're from Baltimore, it's kind of like free game with the women. Like it makes it like easy with the women, especially because like most of them are from Virginia. So if you're from out of state, it's kind of like they're intrigued anyway. So it's like everything really comes easy.
What are your goals for after college?
Goals for after college. Well, work this engineering job. Hopefully, that goes well. But I'm not trying to stay in that forever. So it's pretty obvious the main goal is to make money off this content stuff. So I'll probably stay down as much as I can, getting revenue from the engineering job, but content will always probably be the main goal from this standpoint, or for the foreseeable future. So I don't necessarily want to stay in Baltimore this whole time. I want to probably move somewhere a little bit down south. I don't think I want to move over west. Maybe like a North Carolina, or maybe even upwards. I don't know, Jersey, New York, somewhere on this East Coast. I'll probably move or probably station for a little bit. But I don't want to just after college just be stuck in Baltimore. So where it's just like, and I'm like still like stagnant. I kind of want to, once I'm done with college, kind of like explore. Hopefully I'm growing more on this content stuff where I have reasons to go to different states and stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably the main goal coming out of college.
I feel that. I'm tired of this 9 to 5, man. It is bullshit. It is not it. If I could do this every day, hell yeah, this is life.
Waking up early, especially, it's no. I don't really have a problem with waking up early at all, but it's just the fact that is it something I really want to do? So it's like, and then it's time consuming too. It's like 8 hours of stuff you don't really want to do, but you're just doing it because it pays you go to money's coming in. But I feel like there's always more to life than that. Actually waking up, doing something you want to do 24/7 instead of just having 16 hours of the day. And the first 8 hours is you already start off the day wrong, basically just doing what you don't even want to do. And it's kind of like a drag. So it's like, and then everything else comes into play too. Not just dedicating time with yourself, but all the other BS that comes with life too, added up upon the 8 hour shift. So,
but I mean, my girl, she told me this, and it's probably the best way to look at it. Like that job is like sponsoring my business right now. So making that money is sponsoring what I'm trying to do. So looking at it like that, does it make it a whole lot easier? No. But it makes it a little bit easier though. It's like, all right, every time I'll be like, dang, I don't want to go in. Well, hold on. I gotta get that sponsorship money so I can go ahead and keep doing what I'm trying to do for real. Outside of that, and the job I do is good work. I just don't want to do it. I ain't gonna lie. I just don't want to do it. I'd rather talk to people like ReallyMarcus every day.
Man. I really don't want. That's really my main goal with all this, in like a serious sense. I don't want to be that person at around like 40, I would say like late 30s
Mm-hmm.
and beyond, just doing something they don't want to do. Because I feel like it's just going to make me age faster in a sense where it's just like,
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing left in life. And I'm going to be, because right now, 21 about to turn 22, I got like the most energy right now. So
Mm-hmm.
if I have the most energy right now, I could get all like this BS out the way where I'm grinding, doing all this work that I don't want to do. So when I'm older, it's like, okay, I can move around more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not stuck in a job, but money's still coming in and I'm doing what I actually want to do.
Yeah.
So that's like the main focus.
So how'd you get on Monkey?
How did I get on Monkey? That's a long story. So I always kind of played around and flirted with YouTube. Just I started doing workout videos. Those weren't doing well. And I started doing gaming videos. I did food reviews. And it was like, one thing about that, I was telling people I was doing that. So while I was telling people I was doing that, I would always get like laughed at, or not necessarily laughed at in a bad way, but it would just be like, I'll be laughing at them too, joking on it. But it would always like, those opinions would always kind of like teeter my like focus on if I really want to do this or not. Cause they're, you know what I'm saying, they're laughing at it. It's kind of cringy, whatever in the beginning. So I'll try to always find, or my focus, or when I try to find a niche to like blow up and like kind of like, I kind of minimized it in a sense. Okay, there's, let's say podcasting, there's food reviews, there's gym workouts, there's IRLs, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then I scrolled on Monkey, where something I can do every night, on a sense where I could just turn on my computer, do it every single night. So then, yeah, I was scrolling on videos, seeing people trolling and talking to girls on there. So I gave it a try. But the process of me making videos, where I started and to where I am now, because it's different. There's actually a whole science and method behind that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to break it down?
Yeah. So I'll actually break it down to the fullest in a way. So I started doing, if you look at everybody on Monkey app, they do just picking up girls.
Mm-hmm.
So my first video was just trying to be like, in a sense, too serious in a way where it's like, I'm really seriously trying to get her number. And it's like, in that niche, it's like everybody doing that. So then in that niche, then I said, I need a wow factor. So it's like a clip, almost like clip farm in some way. So then I stumbled across cucumber prank. So that's a smaller niche. So it kind of minimizes it there. And then I don't know where. Now, I stopped doing the cucumber pranks because it's kind of weird. Because people would be lying about the age, and me standing up and all that. It's kind of just weird. But after that, I kind of went back to trying to get the numbers, but I always wanted to get a wow factor out of what I did, or like a surprise factor. That's when I started adding. I started asking like crazy questions, and I don't know what came first, but I had an idea. I think me jumping, like if you look at the videos of me diving across the stream, that kind of made my videos kind of blow up too. But I think that came first, and then I started whipping out the belt. And then I kind of like, that's more my element, where it's like, okay, I'm picking up the girls too, but also the funny factor and like the trolling factor. That's more of like natural to me.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I kind of progressed. That's kind of how I progressed into what I'm doing now. So whereas like, I'm always looking for that wow factor. And the only thing that I got to make sure I'm doing now is not, obviously you keep the main funny things in, but I got to kind of like switch up my like lines and stuff like that because it can also get repetitive. I have people DM me saying, yeah, use some different lines and stuff like that. I always keep that in mind. So
Yeah. So for the people that don't, what's the cucumber prank?
cucumber prank. Well, if you don't know, is where you grab a pair of shorts, get something long, put it in your pants, and you get in front of the camera. And yeah, they act like it's a big old thing. But listen, I didn't actually get a cucumber. I'm not gonna lie, that actually felt weird to me. Actually going there and leaving the store with a cucumber. I could never see myself doing that. So I was using like lotion bottles. I used one of my speakers. Yeah, that's what I mainly use, a speaker. I used a water bottle one time. But yeah, that was getting weird. It was getting so weird because it was like,
What was weird about it?
the weird thing about it was mainly like the people that would like see that, like, because they be lying about their age and all that. And that's the only weird part, just making sure they're like of age doing that. So because there's been clips where they lie about me and then I don't know to a later notice when they DM me after the video goes viral, like, oh, I'm not really that age, I was just playing. And then it's like, I have no problem deleting a video, especially on the clips, because not to be like overly cocky, but I know how to go viral again off of Monkey. So I know I'm confident in myself I could go viral again off those clips. So I have no problem with people telling me to delete the video after it goes viral. Matter of fact, there's so many videos that I've deleted that could have went viral or could have hit 1 million views. Like they probably like DM me at like 500K. And this is especially in the time around like March and April, where a lot of videos were going viral on Instagram. There's so many videos that could have hit 1 million views where they DM me where it's like, oh, my cousin sent this to me, or people at work sent this to me. I don't want this up. So it's like, I always respect people in that aspect where they don't want to be on there. I just go ahead and delete it. But I never really shook about that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, we haven't had that yet, but, you know, like we asked you, like, is there anything you're not comfortable talking about? And then people spin back, well, nah, I don't really want. I was like, well, we asked you. So then why you, I mean, I guess kind of looking at it from your perspective, I would kind of respect that. But at the same time, I asked you, was you not comfortable with this? And you came over here and talked about it.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. Because sometimes they be like, are you streaming? And when I say yeah, and they stay on it, then I get my clip. Now, if that happens and they know I'm streaming, I'm not deleting the video because you know I was streaming. But most of the time, they don't be asking, like, if I was streaming or not. We just talking. So, yeah.
So, what's your craziest monkey story? Got to know.
Craziest monkey story. Oh, there's so many. Craziest. I would say craziest is them getting naked. Like them actually getting naked on there. Of age people. They're getting naked. And it's like, I would say it's crazy because it's off of what I tell them, but I don't directly tell any of them, take your clothes off. It's kind of like indirectly. Like if they would get up, I would be like, what is that? Like I would like, you know what I'm saying? But then they were like, oh yeah. And then you turn around and like show it. It was one of those. And oh yeah, I did have a video with a couple. I ran into a couple OnlyFans models on there. I posted one of those.
I saw that one.
Yeah, that was part of the cucumber prank I did long ago. And nothing really, other than them getting naked on there, I'd say the wildest things that happen are their responses to what I say.
Yeah.
I would say those, some of them are actually surprised. Like how much they're actually going over somebody over the screen that there's across the country. That's always wild to me, how much they're going. And I ran into a couple of people with boyfriends that be talking about. Matter of fact, that's one of those are the videos mainly I had to delete. But it was only like 2 of them though. Whereas like, it would hit like 2 of them were at like 600K where the girl was like, I have a boyfriend. And then she's like, I'm getting cyber bullied and all that. And it's like, go ahead and have it, bro. Just go ahead and have it. Because I'm not like just saying, okay, I'll delete it. especially if it's a boyfriend sense, it's like sometimes I just leave it like read, like I just read the message and swipe over. But if you're like, I'm getting cyberbullied and all that, all right, bro, don't end yourself. But
So they get on there, you know what I mean? Inadvertently, you be like, you feel me? Looking kind of good. You know, she take the clothes off. You post a clip, and then she's like, oh, wait, I got a boyfriend. And then you like, so what's going through your head when she's like, well, I got a boyfriend? It's like, say why you on here then?
I probably wouldn't respond to somebody like that. But it would be a response where it's like, they'll like threaten to like delete the channel or like that's what happened on TikTok. It's like they like report my page. So it's like, I think I got like one more strike and they'll delete my TikTok.
Good.
And it's like, it's on a level when they actually like threaten you. Some people, I don't listen. I asked somebody else that does monkey, like when they be saying, you want to take it down, do you like do it? They say like, no. But it's like, yeah, somebody just leave up. Like somebody just leave up, but the ones that get really too in deep with it, like sometimes they'll just say, can you delete this? And per context of the video, like nothing's really wrong with it, even though it went viral, but they don't double back.
Right.
Like only the ones that are really pressed and they're like, oh, like my job or like, I don't want this up. That's the ones I probably delete most of.
What's the thing you hate most about YouTube?
The thing I hate most about YouTube, well, one, it's hard for me to understand what works in a sense. Like, you know how like you don't copy people, but you kind of like, you know how they say like you see the trend, so you kind of like do the trend but add your own twist to it. It's on that sort of sense with like thumbnails and all that. It's like you'll copy like the thumbnail and it won't do. You'll know the method for the thumbnail or try it a different way as they say you should, and it won't perform like they say it would. Or like I don't think I understand the whole thumbnail aspect of where it's like that will push the video in the algorithm. Yeah. And also the yellow marks. I get a lot of yellow marks and I don't even understand why. I really don't, because there's some videos, like most of the cucumber prank videos, they got yellow marks. But like there's some videos where it wasn't as crazy as the last one. Yeah. But they yellow mark it. And I don't even know why. And the copyright issues. I still don't even understand why we can't even play like regular music in the background on YouTube. Because at the end of the day, nobody's stealing money. We just promoting their song at the end of the day. Yeah. So I don't, that, and then just the overall, just trying to blow up on YouTube, I feel like it's just hard. Getting that video in the algorithm. That's the most part I don't like about it. But at the end of the day, it does make it fun because at the end of the day, it could happen. So, yeah, that's probably the most I don't like about YouTube.
Would you consider yourself a streamer or a YouTuber?
YouTuber. I try to go live, but matter of fact, I would say the best lives I have on TikTok. But I try to stream on YouTube, but I think it's better for me to just post on YouTube, like regular videos instead of live streaming. But I need to start going on TikTok live more because I had one of my best lives a couple of days ago. Yeah. Like in like 20 minutes, we had 1,000 people in there on live and I was doing the monkey stuff. And I had so many clips that I knew would go viral. But I went in front of this one person. All she said was, subscribe to my OnlyFans. And I got banned off the live. Dang. I mean, in that live, we had people saying a whole bunch of stuff, twerking, grabbing, you know what I'm saying, grabbing the titties and stuff like that. I'm throwing the belt out, all that type of stuff. And the only thing they banned is her saying subscribe to my OnlyFans. She wasn't naked or nothing. So it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm still surprised they didn't even ban my TikTok account because I got banned off live so many times of pretty much just freaky stuff, to be honest. That's all the things I get banned for is just a whole bunch of freaky stuff on TikTok. Yeah. I don't like TikTok either. It's too many guidelines, especially when I post. Yeah. For some reason, I don't know how to get over it. I need to look it up, but I post my own clips, and sometimes they will,
Let's say you're stealing somebody's content.
saying it's unoriginal
Yeah.
for some reason. And it's like, it's coming straight from my page, edited all that stuff.
Right.
And it's like, it's not going to put it in the For You feed because it's unoriginal.
Yeah.
I don't understand that part. It's too many guidelines. Then it's like, they can't smoke on there. They can't, what is it? They can't sell anything on there,
Mm-hmm.
or they won't hit the For You page. It's just a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Nah, that's the thing. That's the thing about TikTok. It sucks because it's the one platform. It's easy to gain followers and go viral, but it's so many guidelines. Like it's like I don't. And I said I don't get it.
Yeah, because they need to do it like Instagram. Instagram, there's no guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see somebody getting breastfed on Instagram.
Yeah.
You see a whole bunch of everything. Matter of fact, I've seen a whole bunch of nakedness on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But booty naked. But TikTok is like all these guidelines. I don't even know why. But
yeah. They be stupid stuff. Like I can understand like the nakedness and stuff because kids be on there and stuff. Whatever.
Yeah.
But it'd be like like you said, like she said, subscribe to my OnlyFans, and that's the thing that gets you like that, like stuff like that. It just don't be making no sense to me.
Yeah.
Or just like it's always funny to me, like I'm going to post clips about this podcast, and it'll get 200-300 views. But then, like it was like a couple weeks ago, all I said was like, it said that in the state of Maryland it's going to be 100 degrees. Like that's crazy. 6,000 views in like a couple of hours. Like boom, like easy. I was just like, I don't.
Yeah.
It don't be making no sense.
Yeah. That's also I used to have like when I started out posting on TikTok, or when me and my brother, when we started posting our clips, we would try to like figure out like, okay, what time should we post this and stuff like that. So we had like a structure, post at this time. But then now it's like, I just had to get the clips out there at a certain time. I try to do it like in between especially when school starts back up. I try to post my clips when they get out of school, when people get out of school around like late 2:45-ish, 3:00.
Yeah.
In between that timeline. But yeah, I used to think there would have to be a time where we had to post so it can actually go viral with certain things. But now I just kind of post it at random. But I just don't do it. I don't do it too late or too early. That's the only thing now.
I think I post our clips at a certain time just so that I can be disciplined.
Yeah.
But I just be yapping on TikTok. Like I create a video, post it, and then whatever happens. Like, if it was at 4:41, that 3, like it is what it is. Like it's gone. And then, do you think it's true they like after you post get off and then don't get back on because if you do it'll hurt like your views? Is that true or is that not true? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but I used to do that as like a superstition. Like as soon as I posted, I would just like not open TikTok for like 2 hours to see if it went viral if I came back. Yeah. But sometimes that would work. But I really feel like when I would start, it would just be the luck of the draw.
Mm-hmm.
I would get caught up like. I would always do that, or I used to before I actually got serious to doing the logging off. I would post it and just keep scrolling in the beginning. But yeah, that's a superstition for me. I do that now with Instagram too. Even now, like if I post, I would just close the app and go do something else, and then come back like 30 minutes, hour later to see if it blew up or not.
Yeah. So, has anything almost made you quit?
Anything that almost made me quit? YouTube?
Yeah.
Yes, actually. Like I said before, it was my ex. But it was like, this was in the beginning of the relationship because, like I said, actually, I don't think I said it, but when I was doing the YouTube, especially the monkey, I didn't tell anybody about it. Right. The only person that knew it was my brother. Yeah. So, and it was like the one time I was like, you know what? I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? We've been in a relationship and I'm supposed to trust her.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to trust each other. The one time I finally told her about it, she hated it. Yeah. But she didn't understand, like, oh, I'm not on here trying to like date nobody or like go and see him and hit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's just all funny content to me. So it's like, and she would never understand that. She would be so like hell bent on her side, where it's just like, no, you're just trying to flirt with girls, da 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 da. But the whole time, I knew this was the method for me to like get out there.
Yeah.
But I noticed that she was actually like hurt by what I was doing because she didn't understand. But so I was like always fighting like my, how do I say it? Like my urge to either keep doing it or like respect her.
Right.
So, and then in the beginning of the relationship, I went to her side. So it was like, and this was around the time I was doing the cucumber prank. So those started to slow down, especially like, yeah, I would say like the first 6 months of that relationship, it just all slowed down. Like I just wasn't posting often. I took like 3 months off and posted anything. Yeah. And that was the worst decision I ever made in life. I'm gonna be honest.
So do you feel like it's hard to grow being in a relationship, or do you feel like it's possible?
Absolutely, it's too hard to grow. For the simple fact is, well, for me, it's too hard to grow because, and this is a decision I had to make. That's why I probably won't get in another relationship until I get to somewhere where I need to be. There's a certain level of commitment and time that it takes for where I want to produce videos every single day. And I know that every woman needs their time and attention in respect to her, because I don't want to make my girl feel like she's like left in there, like in no man's land where I don't care about her and I forgot about her. So it's like, I just had to be real and said, I'm just going to go do this, because really it consumes a lot of time doing, especially not only the content stuff, but if I'm in the gym, I'm paying attention to what I'm eating and all that stuff. Everything outside, not work. So it's like work, gym, recording, then the hours of editing. It is like, that's going to leave my partner minimal time.
Right.
So it's like, is in respects to her or in a relationship, I wouldn't be able to do one right now. But it's a lot of time consuming for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be disrespectful, because that battle where you got to tell them, well, in my sense, it's kind of like annoying, where it's kind of like they keep trying to pull you away, but you dedicate yourself to, hey, I got to record every day. I'm going to edit this time. So it's like when they come in and say, oh, let's do this, it's kind of like they're pulling you away. Then you got to keep saying no. And when you keep saying no, they get pissed.
Yeah.
And then they start crashing out. They start crashing out.
Yeah.
That's always terrible.
Yeah.
I think it is possible, but you just gotta have somebody that understands.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
For
So,
sure.
like, so either somebody that is in that field or that does something similar, because they'll get it, they'll understand. Like, and don't get me wrong, like people in relationship, like you still gonna want to spend that time, but at the same time, you'll get it. Like, oh shoot, like 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 my girl, she always tell me like, like I appreciate that you being consistent. Now does that mean that she still wants to spend time with me? Damn right. But at the same time, it's like you. If you got somebody that don't understand though, you have to choose, like you said, because they don't get it. They don't get that it's some nights that you're going to stay up past the time that you want to go to sleep, or some days that you can't go to the gym. Like you got to put this out, or you can't. Like I'm Miss Mills trying to put this content out.
Yeah.
And that's not good. But at the same time, it's like what you got to do for right now to get to the point where it's like, maybe you can relax, or you can hire somebody else to kind of do the stuff, and you can go focus on the other type things.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is really finding somebody that understands. Matter of fact, I'll even say right now, I won't get in a relationship until I can find somebody that understands. Because I'm not going to be or try to like force a relationship if they're not going to understand the lifestyle first.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'll try to be now. When I talk to women, I'm just upfront about how much time I dedicate to doing the things I need to do.
Right.
So it's like, If we can't get past that and they can't understand that, we're just gonna go nowhere.
Yeah. Nah, that's real love. That's real love. And it's also about the boundaries too, because like you said, like the stuff that you do, like for instance, like I can relate to that because we do music. And so it's like, you know, there was times where it's like, you know, we have girls in our music videos. And so it's like the thing for me that the boundary I need to set was like somebody else got to hit these girls up, especially like both of us. Like, somebody else got to hit these girls up. Like for real. Like I really want to get to a point. I really want to get to a point where I don't even touch my social media. Yeah. Like I want somebody else to control that. Like for real. So then I could just focus on, you know, the logistics of things. And then focusing on my family. Like, I don't want to have to even deal with that type of stuff. Yeah. And then that takes away that thing. It's like, I'm not contacting nobody. Whoever shows up, you show up this business, you get paid, you go home. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to, that's not a conversation, you know, that we need to have. We had somebody like that. He just wasn't equipped for that position because he was good with talking to girls, but he was good with talking to girls. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, like, speaking of girls, though, so, like, is love enough if the sex isn't?
Is love enough if the sex isn't? What do you mean, like
to stay in that relationship with that person?
If the sex isn't good?
Yeah, trash. I mean, like garbage.
So, like, I feel like there's two sides to that. Whereas, like, from a female standpoint, if the sex isn't good for them, it's over. So basically, they're definitely going to find that at some point. They're going to find out somewhere else, especially the way social media is going. Her friends be in her ear. Yeah. She's going to go somewhere else. Now, from a male's perspective, if the sex isn't good, I'll actually be honest. You just have to be upfront and ask, like, can you get it, or can I get it for somewhere else? I'm not going to lie. For the simple fact, it's hard. It's so hard where it's like, well, there's so many factors. The reason why you ask, can you get it from somewhere else? Because that girl might be doing everything else. So it's kind of like you want to keep her in a sense. But it's like you address it to her. Now, if things, you address it first. If things don't change, then you ask, can you get it from somewhere else? Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If she says no, I won't really say what I do. If she says you can't get it from somewhere else, but I'm not gonna lie. That's a tricky situation. But if she says, yeah, you can get it from somewhere else, life is golden. If she says you could go, if she says, oh, this is not good, you go somewhere else, life is golden. Because she still does everything else. But then it's like a whole thing where it's like, okay, now this is your main girl. Then you got your hidden hoes on the side. So it's like, it's kind of a whole like thingy. But 9 times out of 10, if the girl says the sex isn't good, she's cheating within the next month. Within that month, matter of fact, it might be in a couple of days. Cool. She's going to cheat.
Getting crushed.
Yep, she's getting crushed, thrown in the air, all that. And if she's getting crushed, thrown in the air, spun around. And if it's in college, it's even worse. Matter of fact, if a girl says your sex isn't good in college, it's even worse. 1, she'll spread rumors about your sex wasn't good. Now your reputation is ruined. 2, she's probably going to get it from so many other places after coming to you. Like I said, thrown in the air, and especially in college, all types of crummy stuff be happening. And it's even worse if you were in a relationship and that happened, and all of a sudden she was like, it's not good. You might as well start packing your bags. I feel like from a female standpoint, I don't want to elaborate too long on this, but from a female standpoint, once they say it's not good, I feel like that would be creeping in my mind for the rest of the time. Like now, or rest of the time I'm with her. No matter if she says do this, do that, I feel like it won't really hit the same because she had to tell me to do it, and I didn't just already do that or already have that. I'm lucky. I haven't ran into that situation though. That's a tough situation to be in. I hopefully won't ever have to get into that one.
Nah, I don't know. It could. That would hurt. I've had a girl lie on me about that, but she was salty. Yeah. After I broke up with her, she was going around like, "Oh yeah, shit was trash. He had a small ass dick." I was like, "Good,
Jesus Christ."
yeah."
Yeah. I had a girl try to expose me one time, but it was like, I'll actually tell the story. It was freshman year. It was freshman year in college. I don't know if anybody remembers this. Well, people out there at ODU, we had like this. It was a page called ODU Confessions,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like that page was starting to jump a little bit. So it was like, I remember I got into it with this girl, and she exposed me. And what it said was, word for word, if I remember correctly, this Baltimore nigga. It was like something about being a hoe, and she was like, he came over to my place. I asked him to give me head, and he said, "Nah, that's for the birds." So he basically nutted off of. So she was like, I basically gave him head. He nutted and he left. And then she was like, "What's wrong with these Baltimore niggas?" And the reason why it's a confession page, so you're not supposed to tag people, but she tagged me.
Oh,
And this is freshman year. So after that, after that, I was asleep when that post happened, but people were sending it to me.
Yeah.
My boys were calling me. And I'm like, because then my reputation got ruined. I couldn't go on no missions. Yo, the people were like, I remember one time I was sitting in a room. It was like a 3-man was supposed to go on. They're like, who? Like the person on the phone with the girls was like, who are you with? Said my man's, said me. And they're like, ain't that the dude that doesn't give head? Then it's like, then I couldn't go on any missions. I probably missed out on so many opportunities. And then it's like, the reason why she said that, no offense, but she was just mad. She was mad, but I met her like about 6 months later. All she wanted was some dick. That's all she wanted the whole time. I don't even know why she was even mad. Because when I seen her again,
yeah.
I was like, when she messaged me, it was like on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of like popped back on. I'm like, no, I don't want to hear that, whatever. Then she like, I think, where did we met in like the student center of like the place, and we were chopping up. Then she came over late at night. Oh yeah. So, and then she wasn't even really mad at me. She just did that. I guess she did that for some clout or something. I don't know.
That's crazy. But yeah. So, how did you gain your confidence? Like the confidence to, talk to girls on Monkey the way that you do, and really put yourself out there.
I would say, if you ask anybody, people might not know this or might not assume this.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask everybody around me, all my guys, literally everybody, I was pretty much the last to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Last to lose their virginity, last to do a whole bunch of stuff. But I've taken so many L's, to a sense where it's like, I knew at some point I was going to get it right, in a sense where it's like, and like I said, on the same sense of where I had to treat life like a game, I was taking it too seriously. I'll be that person that would, like, all my friends would get in touch with a female. I'll be like, all right, what'd you say then? What'd you say after that? Like, I would just take it too seriously, not just being myself.
Right.
And I'm matter of fact, there's probably a bunch of people that probably see me where it's like, or females that just meet me where I'm just like shy, quiet, not really talking a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not me, because I feel like around them I didn't want to do too much. But I don't do too much now, but it's like everything's more free flowing. So it's like, but I would say once I got my first time out the way, I feel like that's when things started picking up, where it's like, all right. And also, I'm not going to lie to you, I had to self-reflect. and look back at all the times where I took L's, I'm not gonna lie, I just look back at old pictures, but I was just ugly. I'm just ugly. I was shorter. I wasn't doing half the things I'm doing now. So it was like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of factors to why I was taking L's now when I look back at it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first started out, I was just like, why? Why is it? I was like, why does always all this stuff happen to me like that? But what I did, the main thing I really did to actually like start, where I started getting more female attention, I was at a point in life where I was like, females don't even exist. Like in my mind, I was just like, you know what? I need to stop trying to chase females and just pretend they don't exist and just focus on myself. And it was like a whole period where everything just came to me and everything was like natural. So it's like, and speaking of that, actually, I don't think I want to rumble onto that, but where women coming up to you now, like it was a point where I don't even focus on, and a bunch of females just come up to me, not even catcalling, but like, hey, you look good, or stuff like that when you go out. So that stuff came naturally. That also helped with confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
But on a note of females coming up to you, I've never had so many females come up to me until I got in a relationship.
You like that? Talk that talk, big dog.
It's some of the most, it has to be a sign from God. That's what I had to say. It had to be a sign from God where he's just tested my lust, tested my faithfulness. I don't know what it was, but I've never got catcalled so many times. And I remember, especially in Norfolk, I feel like it's a smaller city than Baltimore. Going to the student center, I could be in the library, I could be walking out the gym downtown, going to a restaurant downtown. It would just be people just stopping me. Not like it was a hordes of people, not saying what's happening every day, but it'd be like, it had to be at least like twice a month where a girl would come up to me and like basically try to bag me or whatever. But yeah, tough times.
What's the craziest thing a girl said trying to like get your attention?
Craziest thing? I don't think they say anything crazy, but it's more of like a surprise factor. It's like, especially when I'm out in groups and it's like, let's say it's my group and their group and then we're just meeting, there'll be one girl be like, yo, who is that? Like, and then like press up on me, but it's not really press up on me, but like press me or whatever and try to like get my number or whatever. But it would just be more of the situations where it would be their friend coming up to me and it's like, hey, my friend thinks you're cute or whatever. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like, oh, well, no. The craziest is when you're in a large setting and they pull you over. I'm not gonna lie though, that actually makes you feel tough though. It actually makes you feel tough. Like when they actually like you're minding your business and there's a girl that just pulls you over and then it's kind of like you gotta like force yourself, not really force it, but she's like force you to talk to her or whatever. I like that. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's probably the crazy thing that happened where they actually just like they just grab you.
Nah, that's crazy. Going back to like the relationship thing, I feel like it's a mix of what you said because it's like you don't care at this point. Like when you care and you're like trying to force the issue, we're trying to get a girl, then it's like they need to be running away. But now you're in a relationship, you give a fuck about what any of these bitches got going on. But now they all trying. It's like I mean, it's too late for all that.
Yeah, that's what I would say now. When it comes to women and like meeting them and just having a conversation, I just don't really care in a sense of like, in a sense where it's like, okay, I can say this, and if she doesn't, she turns me down, it's like, oh well. It's in that sense. I took it more seriously when I was younger.
Yeah.
When I was younger, or like a few years ago, I would just, if I said something wrong, bro, I would be down for like a day. Because I would be down for like a day because it would be like my only chance. And then my friends would get on me too. They kind of bully me, but I like that type of bullying. Now that I look back at it, they always bully me, make fun of me until I got it right. where I would just be like, I'll talk with a girl, and I still don't know how to text to this day, but be texting girls, and then it's like they go ghost or they go silent. And then I would just be like, what did I say wrong? Send a screenshot of what I said, and all my friends be pointing out, laughing at me what I said wrong, and I'll just be down for a day, wondering why this will never work. But now it's just like I don't really care too much if the things go wrong.
Yeah, I feel like this kind of going to the next question, but I think the thing, or I guess like, what are some things that you kind of say, or before you answer that question, like something my cousin told me that like I appreciate. I can't use none of this now because I'm in a relationship, but before it'd be like, you know, he's like try to say some stuff like everybody is saying like, hey, everybody's saying what's up, beautiful, or you know, hey, beautiful, or you know, like something corny. Like try to think of some stuff that nobody's saying. Like everybody's talking about they trying to dog this girl. Like they're not really taking the time to really seem like, or that they really try and get to know her at least a little bit. Or what do you notice about her outside the fact that she's sexy? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And on that sense, it might be a surprise, but that's one thing I just don't do really anymore. I don't DM girls anymore. Like, on a sense where it's like, anything intentional in a way. Like, let's see if I see a girl's profile, I'll only send a DM if I'm trolling, because now I just don't care. But on a serious note, where it's like, okay, I actually think this girl looks good, I won't just go ahead and DM her and say like, hey, introduce myself. Or I'll probably just wait till they post something on the story, compliment them, and just move from there. But it's not really hard from that point. Like if you compliment them, once you compliment them, ask them where they're from and then get their number, that situation is pretty easy. But in a sense where it's like that whole DMing thing, I feel like it's way better to just meet a girl in person, or like meet girls in person and talk to them. Because, like I said, I'm not good at texting, so, and I feel like that's what I had to learn about myself. I feel like texting, you can't really understand my vibe really without hearing my voice. Because probably when I was younger, when I was asking people where they're from or like what's good, they probably thought I was a creep or something like that because of how I look. But if you have a sit down conversation in front of me and it's like, it's all chill vibes. It's like or we're on the phone, it's like, you can hear my tone. So it's like safer in a way.
Yeah. And you really Marcus, man. You don't gotta be hitting nobody else, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's also new. A lot of, I wouldn't even say a lot, but actually, I don't even care with federal, but there's some blue checks that are in my DMs now. But on both pages, like my regular page with my pictures, I got like 2 blue checks in there. One's a model in New York. One's a singer in South America. Cool. And on my other account, there's about 11 blue check girls.
Cool.
But yeah, I keep it on a business level. That's how I like to say. It's a business. It's a business. We're handling business. So any girl that tries to steal my phone and look at all these girls, it's just business.
Yeah.
But we really know what it is.
Yeah.
Stand on business.
Stand on business. So what advice would you give a man lacking confidence?
Lacking confidence? Well, one, if they are doing it, they have to stop watching porn. You gotta stop watching that. That's something, is you gotta stop watching that and stop mainly beating off. You can't beat off because it really does change everything. 2, you gotta find a way to just cancel the outside noise in a sense where no opinion matters. That's to a point where I got to where even the good ones, I didn't want to hear any good feedback nor bad feedback, just in a sense where there's nothing. So like with anything too. So where it's like, let's give an example. Like, let's say it's a football game or basketball game it's like you're your own critic only.
Yeah.
So it's like, obviously, you did. Let's say you had a bad game.
Yeah.
There's probably like your supporting cast saying like, oh, you get it next time. You did enough. Da da da.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the good side. And there's also people that said you're trash, this and that. I would say just cancel out both of them and just lock in and just make sure you build yourself up.
Yeah.
Be your own critic. Those are the two main things of confidence. And I would say experience gives a lot of confidence. So kind of like the method, well, I would say getting confidence and talk to girls is, I would say repetition, but I didn't necessarily do repetition. Like I understand where somebody says you talk to girls over and over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
it would like help you out with that, be more confident. But I would just say, I wouldn't really tell somebody to focus on girls to that aspect, especially while you're young. I wouldn't say like focus on girls, but yeah, I would just say you got to have some. I would say my confidence grew when I had some accolades behind myself. Like when I was in the gym, like small things, like when I hit 225 in the gym for the first time, that's my max now. But I haven't went past that. But when I hit that, that's like self-confidence in itself. But like certain things, when you hit your own personal milestones, that's going to give you confidence all the time.
I agree with that. Not listening to the noise, whether it's positive or negative, because like the negative stuff, like you get 1,000 good comments, but that one negative comment, you're going to focus on that. Yeah. Hyper focus on it as well. And then also the good stuff, like sometimes I gotta tell people, like, stop telling me that I'm doing good. Yeah. Because then now, like, inadvertently, you get complacent. Yep. Yep. So then it's like, nah, like, I don't, like, thank you, but at the same time, I don't want to hear none of it. Like, I want to still be feeling like I got ways to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Have you ever taken someone's girl from them?
Yeah. Plenty of time. Especially on, not only on Monkey, but in person, especially when you don't, even now, and you don't even know until like they say it. Matter of fact, I just recently did a loyalty test, and I have the message transcript too. The girl I literally asked her, do you have a boyfriend? She said, yeah. She said, you know, the usual, but things are getting rough, things are and she wanted me to fly all the way out to Cleveland.
Good.
So, yeah, and the matter of fact, the conversation was only sexual, but I was just having fun with it at that point. And there's multiple times where I got in DMs from people where it's like, bro, you just risked my girl, da 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 da. I would just say, yeah, you got to take that up with her. even in person and in college, in school. But I wouldn't even say it would be their man necessarily, but it would be like the main person they're like messing with. And then it's like they catch on, and then it's like she'll tell you, yeah, he figured you out, or like he knows about you now and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Matter of fact, I think I need to experience more of that, to be honest. I feel like now I should, not even on the sense where I want to take somebody's girl, but I think I need to go through that experience. Like, not even trying to sound like that, but like, she figured out who I am, and then like, she left her man for me.
I see what you're saying.
Like that Future experience, like the rapper experience, where like your girl gets around a rapper and now she's took on some like Usher. You know how he does the little thing? On that type of vibe where it's like, oh, Marcus took your girl. that would be low key tough.
See that nigga face, bro? No, he really don't talk about it. No, for real.
Like taking somebody's girl and like off of you just being you, it's like, yeah, I didn't want to really do that to you, but it's like you got more in some type of sense. That's low key hard. Yeah, that's low key hard. That's low key tough.
Situations like that, I would never wish that on nobody, but it's just like that just shows that he's lacking confidence.
Yeah, it's not in a whole sense. It's not really funny, but for me and my guys that I hang around, well, I'll just speak from my point. If somebody took my girl, I would just hand it to him. I'm at a point where I just can't. I don't think there's a point where I could get too overly emotionally invested. Whereas like if she gets took, I'll be down for a long period of time, or where it's like I'll crash out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I only had that once. And once I got my heart broken once, it's like after that, I don't think anything can put me in that type of place again. So if let's say I got cheated on or something like that, I would probably just tell my friends, and we would just like just laugh about it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing really fazed me anymore. But yeah. Have you ever got your heart broken?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like for the first time, like how was it getting your heart broken?
Like real heartbreak or just
Yeah, or for example, if it was your first relationship and like she broke your heart or something like that, or like your first heartbreak.
how was it? Horrible. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not the type of nigga to really like cry much.
Yeah.
I was crying like a bitch. Like I'm trying to lie, I was crying like a bitch, like dead ass, bro. I was hurt bad. I don't even like looking back on it now, I don't know why I was that hurt, but like, or in a sense, like, you know, when you younger, you know what I mean? You just dive in everything at first, but I don't know. It was hard, but at the same time, it makes you a different person. You know what I mean? Like you grow from it, and it's like you learn from it, and then it's like, all right, bet. And I feel like our experiences make us, you know, who we are. So it's just like, all right, bet. And that changes me and the way I view the world and shit like that.
The last time I got my heart broken, which is going to be the very last, it was like I entered a zone where it was just like, I didn't even want to do anything. Like, kind of like how LeBron described when in like 2011 after they lost that finals, or where he just sat in his room and did nothing. It was kind of like that. I call it the no zone. It's kind of like the sunken place. After the way everything transpired, it was at a point where I would just sit in my room. I had the blackout curtains, turn all the lights off, and I was just laying in my bed. I didn't close my eyes. I was just staring at it. It was just pitch black, and I was just staring out there. And I was like that for the whole day. Only time I left was to get food. So it kept me down for like a day. But then the next day, I woke up with a whole bunch of energy. I was like, you know what? It's self-improvement time. So I was like, got to get everything I need to do out the way. I was on that type of timing, but I don't want to enter that zone ever again of that heartbreak, because you can get a little teary-eyed. I'm not saying I cried, but it gets a point where you're just in such a deep thought where it's just like, either you messed up or it's just like, dang, this really just happened to me. It's like, why me? Stuff like that.
The one time I was heartbroken, I'm fortunate enough to have a group of people around me that didn't let me like sink. Like, so like, I think she broke up with me on a Saturday. I remember I was driving cars. My dad worked at a dealership. I was driving a car back from Pennsylvania to Baltimore. And then like, she was being weird the whole week, especially because it was my birthday week. So she was being weird. And I was like, what's going on? So then that day she was like, I don't want to be with you no more. I said, good. Why? She said, yeah, I just feel like, I said, cool. So then I told my cousin, and he's like, yeah, come to Virginia. So I hopped on a train from Baltimore to Virginia. And then like, I got in the gym, like started just like working out. And then I kicked it with him. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I fucked with him. He was a bad influence though. he was like, man, you need to go ahead and just start smashing everything.
Yeah. Get out your system, bro. Just crush them.
Yeah, there's always that. Those are always the two options. It's really those two options, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's either, matter of fact, I think that's exactly how it was. It was, homeboys over here, you need to start going at them, start running through them. And there's some over here, it's time to get in the gym.
Yeah.
I feel like those are, matter of fact, even though the one running through the girls might be like a bad influence, but I think those might be the two best options after a breakup. Those, to be honest, Now, I don't necessarily think you need to run through a whole bunch, but to get one, so you could like, you know what I'm saying? Like, forget about it a little bit. I wouldn't deny that option. I wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at it because that let me know that I don't want to be a whore.
Yeah.
Because like, for real. Because after doing that, it was like, it's not like, it was cool for the moment, but like, this is not a lifetime achievement. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like,
It's temporary.
yeah, it's not fun no more. That's not something I really want to, cause it's just like, it's boring. Like I want somebody every night, like that same type person, like every night. Like I want somebody to grow with. Like I got to teach you my McDonald's order, man. Like I don't got time to teach nobody my McDonald's order. Come on, for real. Like I give you my sweatshirt, I'm never getting that back. At least I get to see it occasionally. But that joint, I would never see that joint again. $40 down the drain.
Wow. But I don't know. I feel like, all right, so personally, I'm going to always tell a nigga to go crash something. Like, that's just me. Like, I ain't going to lie. But, like, I feel like when you do, you know, you get that out your system or whatever, you know, like the whole hitting I feel like that's just taking time to yourself. You focus on yourself. You got to heal, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to go to the next relationship with baggage. But at the same time, you got to get out your system. You feel me? Yeah. Go ahead, hit her up and crush.
Yeah, I feel.
So, does the clout make it easier to pull girls?
Yeah. But I haven't really tested the theory yet, in a sense. Like it'll work. Like on Instagram, yeah, it's gonna make a whole bunch easier. Like my story likes, every time I post my face, that always shot up. Yeah. DMs from like girls when I post that. Yeah, that it definitely makes it overall easier, especially online. But in person, I feel like I haven't really used it to my full advantage yet. Like, yeah, in a sense, I don't really tell them what I do. But in a sense, where it does work is when I give them my Instagram. What I do is give them both pages, like my main page where it's like just 3,000, and then I give them the page where it's like I post all my clips, and they see the blue check. Then it's like they're like over intrigued, and then it like makes it easier, like on the back end when the night's over or the next day they text, or like they're like more of the pursuer now. So yeah, it does make it a little easier.
What do you think you ever do some content like that? Like I think you kind of spoke on it a little bit, but just like, you know,
IRL pulling girls?
Yeah,
that would most definitely happen. Yeah, like I said, I just got the camera. We're gonna be. It's a lot of things. I'll be going to Atlanta. I'm trying to go to more events where I can pull my camera out or have a cameraman there. So there'll be a lot of opportunities, but that will be happening, especially during homecoming season. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
we gotta go to some homecomings. Yo.
Yeah. Homecoming season. I'll be going to G-Ho for the first time. Yeah. I've never been there, so.
Me neither, but
we'll be filming content down there, but yeah. I try to do a little bit because I got the Ray-Bans. I just don't go out enough and do them. But I got the Ray-Bans, the POV. Yeah. I did that a couple of times. But yeah, I can definitely see myself doing that in person. More IRL. Stuff like that, yeah.
Say that. So, just a little bit of a deep question. Does society want strong men or obedient ones?
Society? Obedient. They definitely want obedient. Because if you actually think about what people want from men, it's a lot of like, mainly from women, because they're the ones requesting for men to do stuff. It's a lot of like, do things for me. And if you don't do anything for me, it's like, you're useless. So it's like, and then they want you to come with all this type of stuff. And then on a sense, you can't really say what you want anymore as a man too.
Hell yeah.
Cause then lose jobs, you'll get ridiculed on the internet. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that will happen if you don't do it their way, then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a sense, I don't even know. There's certain traits that strong men do now is getting like, how do I say, like minimized or looked down upon now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and I don't really understand. I don't really understand the point of that either. I don't know. Actually, I think I do know what the cause is, but you could say feminism is the cause, but it's like, I feel like it's more to that than just feminism. It's like, it's something else that's like making strong men go down and like men, obedient men, like rise up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. I got one more question that we didn't put on there, but finish the sentence. Love is
strange. And the reason why I would say that because you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that's why I just feel like you can't really force it in a sense. I'm a firm believer that the way I'll fall in love again won't be from me trying. It'll just happen.
Mm-hmm.
I might just, that's kind of how like my last relationship happened. I wasn't thinking much of it, but we just crossed paths and she called my name. That's how it pretty much started.
Mm-hmm.
I was on my way into my apartment and she was coming up away or the other way with her friend and she just called me, got her number, and then the rest is history. But yeah, I feel like I won't be in a relationship where it's just like, I like that girl, I want to get to know her, and it's just like if let's say it's a stance where I go to a party or I don't feel like I'll find my girl that way. I feel like it'll be like a mutual friend. And also I say it's strange because it's like when you're in love, you do strange things. You start acting out your body. You start going overboard. Man, I remember, especially like during holidays, like when the birthday's coming up, I'm stressed. I was stressing for like the whole week trying to make sure I got all the presents, and Valentine's Day, I'm making sure I get reservations, and I'm just looking at myself like I'm really stressing, trying to get everything perfect. Like, I just feel like love just brings a certain side out of you. That's why I would say strange.
Never heard anybody articulate it like that, but like,
hell yeah,
I agree with you though. Like, it is strange. Some things you can't even explain. Like, I can't even like some of the stuff I do. It's just like that's crazy.
Yeah, some of the stuff I do.
What's the strangest thing you've done for love?
The strangest thing I've done for love. Well, one over the summer, because she doesn't live in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in like Northern Virginia. So it's like, it was like an hour 50.
Yeah.
Hour 50, 2 hours with traffic a little bit.
Yeah.
I would do 1 day trips after work.
Yeah.
And go up there and see her. And then I would have to wake up at 6 a.m. the next morning, but I'll be doing 1 day trips a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But I would be always traveling. Weirdest thing? I don't think it was anything weird in a sense, but like in a sense of like where I was probably like overdoing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've definitely done that many times. Like birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas. Yeah, I would just overdo it. Sometimes I would overdo it. Sometimes I would just overdo it. I try to not, from a love standpoint, I try to not get too invested. Like me personally, I don't want your location. Because somebody like me, probably your location, I feel like it would just distract me. Not in a bad way, but I would always be checking to see where at, and then like it would have my mind like, let's say if she is somewhere where I think she shouldn't be, then it's like Is she cheated? Is she like, it would be going down that rabbit hole. So I feel like that would be unnecessary for me to go down.
No, I agree, because I was that crazy ass nigga checking. Where you at? It says you at Rural Farms, but you at Dollar General.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel. See, but, and also the reason why I feel like love would find your way or like just happen randomly. I don't think I will ever be able to get in a relationship while trying.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of women in the first conversation have just turned me off this summer is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like they say, all I ask for any woman, just don't say anything dumb. That's all I ask. That's the only requirement I have. For instance, I'm not talking about like if they say 1 + 1 = 5. I'm not talking about that. If we just meet, I'll even explain a story. I just met this girl.
Yeah.
We chopped it up a little bit over text, a brief phone call, but I'm finally over a place for like the first time, and it's like the first sit down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking, and I stub my toe. There's two type of people when they stub their toe. There's ones, me personally, I either yell so loud and over exaggerate, or I'm silent and just try to hold in. I did the silent, but I fell to the ground. I don't know what. She came, ran over there and see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
She pulled out her phone. Like she already had her phone in her hand. She showed me the phone. This is her exact words. Mind you, this is the first meetup. This is the first time we sit. Mm-hmm. She said, "Oh, Marcus, we should go to Jamaica, sip on bottomless mimosas and shit." Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Bro, when she said that, this is 100% true. When she said that, I instantly left. Because mind you, she doesn't know my name. Wait. No, she doesn't know my name. I really don't know her name. Yeah. I don't know where she's from, really. I don't even know what school she goes to. She doesn't really know too much about me. And she just asked me to go on a trip. She doesn't even know my favorite color. Like she does that. And there's so many situations where it's like women just asking for stuff. There's so many women I met this summer that just ask for stuff. For what reason? And I haven't even met you really. Yeah. This is like the first meetup, like the first week, and you're already asking for stuff. That's why I don't even try to really I don't try to really get serious in a way. I feel like it would just happen naturally. Matter of fact, do you believe people should go? Do you believe women or you should be friends first? You believe that?
That's all.
I do.
I'm starting to believe that too. Like where you have to be friends first, so you could actually like understand each other and like be around each other for a good minute. But I feel like I wonder how that transition works. Is it a sit down or you guys just slowly progress to friends, getting closer and closer? Then you guys might have sex, and then the question pops up, or it's like you've been around her for a long time, nothing's really got serious, and you just say, "I really like you," then it gets serious.
Yeah,
I feel like the natural way is better, where it's like y'all get closer and closer. Then all of a sudden the kiss happens. All of a sudden now y'all having sex. Then it's like, all right, what are we?
I think the thing for me, I agree with you, but in a sense, like I think you can pursue a relationship, but genuinely build a friendship within that. Like you're genuinely get trying to know the person. You know what I mean? Like for real, like you're not just asking your favorite color. That's what you ask. Like you really want to know. So then, like if I see a shirt, oh, you like pink, so I'm gonna get you that pink shirt because you told me. Like really trying to figure that out. And not just because a lot of people, I feel like they just, like you said, like shorty was straight off the rip, like Jamaica, or a nigga straight off the rip, like I'm just trying to fuck. And it's like, if that's the case, say that so I can know. But if you're coming at me like it's a relationship, then like, let's build that friendship. So then like, cause you my girlfriend, but you are my best friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I'm your nigga. I'm also your chauffeur. You know what I mean? I'm your best friend. Like all of these things, it's all built at once.
What? I can ask y'all a question, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if a girl would, if you were introduce yourself to a woman,
Mhm.
we're not even saying introduce yourself. We're just like, let's say it's the first sit down, and the girl asks you, "What's your red flag?" What would you say? Like, would you say you have any red flags?
Being selfish, self-centered, being selfish, self-centered, allowing your trauma and insecurities to rule your life. Not being open to me leading. And I think that's because, like, when you say lead, that means that I tell you what to do, but like, the biggest thing with a leader, the one of the greatest qualities of a leader is knowing their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And knowing, allowing people, you know what I mean? Like we're a team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's things that I do with the podcast that, I'm a little bit better at. There's things that he's a little bit better at. Like, he is a master at ChatGPT.
I'm weak.
Like, like for real. Like he got it. Like, I'm starting to pick up on it, but you know what I mean? But it's, we know each other's weaknesses. And so, but we're both leaders in that sense. Like, it's not, and just because I'm the leader, that doesn't mean that she's not the leader as well.
Yeah.
It's just, we come together and we know, like, for instance, like my relationship, like, I'm better at folding clothes than my girl. It just is what it is. Like, it just is what it is. Cause she fold clothes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we get in the house, I'm going to be one. She going to do the laundry. I'm just going to fold the clothes. But you know what I mean? We just recognizing who's better at what. Like, she's better at we're noticing, like, oh, this should probably go with this for the wash because it's delicate. And I'm throwing it all in there. Whites, darts, but like, that's it. So, but yeah, I think that's kind of the, like, if you want to allow me to lead, but also understanding that great leaders are submissive as well. Leading, insecurity's too high. What's the first two I said?
Self-centered.
Yeah, self-centered and being selfish. Because, man, like, we were just talking about this yesterday. It's like, I feel like in a relationship, like, I got your back and you got my back. So, but if you got your back and I got your back, who got my back?
Yeah.
So, nah, can't rock with that.
Me personally, I don't feel like I have any red flags, on a sense where it's like, the good things they say about me. There's 3 things every serious relationship I ever been in, they always said.
Mm-hmm.
They always said, I'm respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents raised you right.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcus, I feel so safe around you. I don't have to think.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those are like the 3 big ones. So what would they say my red flags are now? They'll say, what? I'm either too nonchalant, I play too much, or you're starting to be selfish, or you probably a manipulator. Truth be told, matter of fact, now I'm getting more comfortable. I actually am a manipulator. But it's not a bad. See, this is why they actually like me, because I turn bad into good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not manipulation where it's like in a harmful way,
Mm-hmm.
but I manipulate to get what I want. And I only manipulate during sex. Not to get sex, but during sex. I only have sex with people I want. So I will do whatever it takes to get what I want. So yeah, I might say things, I might do things that will have your mind going a certain way, but it's harmless. Because what? I might have said certain things, but I'm in between the lines. I'll say anything to get what I want. If I'm only having sex with people I want.
Yeah.
So I'll do whatever it takes to have you hooked and having flashbacks for life.
Love that.
So it's like,
You're not mine.
But they told that talk.
You're not
Look,
lying.
I ain't mad
see
at
what I'm
you,
saying? So it's like, yeah, in that sense, you can call me a manipulator. I wouldn't really want to care. But in a bad sense, I don't manipulate to try to like get what I want. But it's like, or like when it comes to sex, I don't manipulate somebody to have sex. But during sex, yeah, I'll do whatever it takes to win. So it's simple as that.
He said it's a game.
It really is.
Yep.
So yeah, my red flags would be I'm nonchalant, insensitive, and an asshole. That's what I've been told. You feel me? So I feel like that's what people will say my red flags are. But at the same time, like on the flip side, you always gonna hear that I keep it a buck. You know what I mean? That I'm an honest person. And it's crazy that people like say I'm insensitive because people also say, you know, I'm very caring, like for mine. But if you're not in that inner circle, I couldn't care less about you for real. But if you're in my inner circle, you know, I'm Superman. I'm gonna save the day any type of way. That's just what it is.
I definitely answer that wrong too. People say I'm cocky and I lack empathy. Cocky and lack empathy because I'm confident actually, but cockiness and confidence is a thin line. And then also like lack empathy. It's like it's not that I don't care. It's that like you push me to a point, and so then now I don't give a fuck. And so now it's like, dang, why you acting like that? Because I don't give a fuck no more. When I give a fuck, you're not gonna see this. I don't give a fuck attitude. You're not gonna see me nonchalant. But you push me to that point. Hey, look, it is what it is. Like, and they call me an asshole. I don't give a fuck. Like, sorry, I keep cussing, but like, yo, like, nah, you don't get that whole nice guy, the flowers and access to my card and all that. Nah, that's cut off. I'm cutting the card up. I'm changing my number. Changing the pin. Like, nah, what you think this is? Yeah, nah.
Would you say like this is a little side question, like do you have, how do I put it? Let's say if you were first seeing a girl, is there anything that could be a turn off to you, like when you first see a girl?
Like physically?
Yeah.
Or
Physically or just on like the
they built like a bag of tennis balls that don't meet. And that like don't get me wrong, like I just have a type. Like I like petite, like short petite, like that's kind of my type. You feel me? You can't be flat. Like if you is yeah, but I mean, you know, short petite, got ass, you don't gotta have a bunch of titties. All you need is a mouthful for real. Yeah. That's all I need, you know. All the anything more than that, you know, what am I doing with it? I don't know.
I feel like my first initial turn off, it's like, it's just me personally, it's like when they get like that this thing is called a septum or something like that. It's like that type
like
of
right here.
Yeah, that piercing right there. Or I'm not really a fan of. I feel like that kind of ruins their smile a little bit in my eyes. I'm not really a fan of that. Or I'm not necessarily. It's not that much of a bigger deal as this one, but the one right here too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really a fan of that one either. I feel like that just, for me personally, I'd rather just see it without it on.
Yeah. Something else for me, but I'm a little bit more open to it now. Tattoos, and now if you have like sleeves, I think that's sexy, especially like. But when it be like all over the place, it's just weird to me. Like it just seems like you just didn't know what to do with your life, and so you just started putting stuff everywhere. There's like no concept to what you're doing. Like you're unsure. I don't know. It just don't look. I don't know. Like and it's funny because everybody's like, "We got tattoos." It's like, but like, what I got to do with you having tattoos? I don't see what does that have to do with you? Like I don't. But like, I'm not saying that you can't, but I'll notice it. But for real, once I started getting to know your mental, so I'm like, well, like if I love you, like I love everything about you, so I'll probably start liking it for real. But
I feel like with tattoos, it'll probably get to a point where it's like, if I'm seriously trying to date you, then eventually you'll probably see my parents and stuff like that. If you have a whole bunch of neck tattoos and face tattoos, I don't think I could do that. Mm-hmm. But it's like, to be honest, if I'm not trying to date you, then really nothing matters as long as you look good.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to take you seriously, you're gonna be rolling with me. If you got a whole bunch of neck tattoos and face tattoos, I don't think I could do that. Yeah, I don't think I could do that on a serious level.
Yeah, I'm nah, especially in face stones, man. That's I don't know. It's one shorty. Please forgive me. But like it's one like Kalani. Good Lord. Like she the only like what as many tattoos she got, like, but outside of that, like also I'm glad I don't gotta be searching for nothing but that's just something I'm always like I prefer that you not. I think mine would probably be like
like bad teeth. You know what I mean? Like your teeth rotten or like it's like no, for real, bro. Like nah, I don't know. I can't do that. I cannot do that.
Hygiene too. You can't stink.
Yeah, hygiene's a big one. Hygiene's big.
Wearing dirty clothes, holy clothes. Mm-mm. Just think about that shit, man. That shit crazy. For real. Or something else, if you're like super insecure, like it's one thing where people be teetering, like one thing, like my bad bitch. The next day, we all have that. But somebody that's always down on themselves, like every comment that they have is like, oh yeah, well nobody wants to see me live. Like God, see, the thing for me is I'm kind of disabled, hoe, and I know that about myself, and so like I can't be put in that situation.
Like you start shaking it.
I just gotta shake my head on that one.
For real, like so, like I don't even want to put myself in a situation where like now I got to build you all the way up, because it's one thing if like your fire is low, but if it's gone from the jump, like. But like if your fire is just low, it's nothing for me to add to your fire and build you back up. But if we starting from nothing, I gotta go get the wood, I gotta go get the lot of fluid.
Yeah. In my opinion, honestly, I would say most single women are insecure. In a simple fact, there's a lot of women that I would see popping on Instagram, feeling themselves, doing all this stuff, thirst trapping, posing themselves, da-da-da-da. But when I sit these women behind closed doors and hear how they talk about themselves, yeah, it's like, what happened? I thought you were just feeling like all this, racking up all the likes, racking up all the story likes, all that. But behind closed doors, you're beating yourself down on how you look. Two, you're always trying to like fix it in a way. So I feel like behind closed doors, it's all a front they be putting up most of the time.
Yeah. No,
The question is, where did they get that confidence from? Where did they get that confidence from that like pop in? And those be the same type of girls that be trying to drag on like regular dudes like us. They be trying to drag on us. So that's the part that I just never understood. I never understood that part.
I don't know. That is a mystery for real. I don't know. I feel like because they be putting on a front, like you said, like they just put on that front because they be talking that stuff, but then like you said, you get them behind closed doors, and it's like whole time for real. They probably think that you fine for real, but they just got to play because they out in public and they got this image to uphold, especially if they bad, because it used to be the bad girls that got the worst insecurity.
Yep, that's what it is.
You know what I mean? Like for real, it's just like you. Like, and you would never think too because they so fine. Like you don't think Beyonce or Kalani, but you don't never think that none of them got no insecurities. But then if you really go sit and have a conversation with them, they scare a little girl.
Yep,
it's crazy. Damsel in distress. Shoot, you got any more questions for us, bro?
Not at the moment.
You got any more questions for us, ReallyMarcus?
Honestly, for like inspiring YouTubers, like what's like a little like advice you'd give them?
Well, I would say because telling somebody just be consistent, that's kind of like everybody knows that. I would say the most important thing is getting your stuff out there. So I would try to say, find something you can do consistently, or find something you could do a lot consistently. So like I said, in my situation, I had a lot of time on my hands, and the only decision I had to make was not going out late at night and just get in front of the computer and get it on Monkey. So matter of fact, that I can say that for anybody, like if you're gaming or something that just involves a computer, just at night is the easiest time. Just get on at night, do what you need to do, record. You got to make sure you upload consistently, but also like understand what's going to go viral. Not necessarily clip farm all the time, but kind of be unique in the clip farming in a sense. I feel like that's kind of what I did. But outside of that, not to sit in front of the computer, you gotta find a way. I feel like time is the biggest thing where you could just lock in, but you really have to just tell yourself to just do it. Because every day you just gotta just do it. That's what I really told myself, just get up there and do it. So yeah, it's really just like trying to like not understand. You gotta understand what goes viral and the trends, obviously stuff like that, but you also gotta be kind of like they say unique in a certain niche, and then just run into the dirt. Just keep doing it over and over again, and I feel like something will happen over time.
But shoot, that's it, man. Thank you for tuning into the Two Sides of the Heart podcast. You want to shout out your social media?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram at ReallyMarcus. It's that on TikTok. It's that on YouTube. And my personal page, you can follow at Trust Marcus on Instagram also.
All right. You can follow me at Robby Too Fast on TikTok, Instagram. I think that's it. Snapchat.
DNS Soldier on all platforms.
You can follow the page at Two Sides of the Heart podcast on all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're not on Twitter yet. I don't know about that one.
Oh,
I don't know about that one.
In the meantime, always remember, fuck that bitch.